What up, what up? Yeah, we got some gas lines identified. And you can see we got a gas line running right between these two trees. So we got a backhoe coming over. It's going to dig all this stuff up next week. But as you can see, I didn't forget about you. We've just been trying to chop all these trees down and get all this stuff out of here, loaded it all up. Going to good use. Friend that's got a wood stove. And this coming week I've got a dump truck, get rid of all this dirt over here and all those trees we chopped up, and going to a good friend of mine that's got a wood burner. Gotta deal with all this brush next that came from the trees, poplar trees. They grow like a mess. But just want to let you know I haven't forgot about you. Haven't really had time to do much on the van, but we'll do a quick rundown since we're going to post this. Hang on a minute here. Okay, guys. We got a cabinet I'm kind of in the middle of building, but I had to schedule all this stuff. We got some butcher block I chopped up off of a 8-foot butcher block I purchased to do all the countertops. We've got our hinges here I just purchased. It's this actually right here on the edge. We're going to have a little flip deal that will kind of fold down when it's not in use, so you can get in and out the van, and this will flip up. So we've got a little extra countertop space because virtually I pretty much have none. Yeah, I got that little heater in here just to keep the batteries warm at night. It's just easier than having to run up and get diesel for the diesel heater. But you can see we're coming along. Just haven't had time. This is our cabinet here we're going to build. Here's our sink. This was a double sink actually, and I chopped it in half and made one sink. But that will go in here. We're probably going to put it to one side or the other, I'm thinking. That way I can utilize the extra, foot space that this thing is deep. And I'll probably put a little small drawer over here, something just for knives and forks and spoons. So we're coming along. I just had a little detour. Had a neighbor that's coming in, moving in, having some work done, so kind of jumped in. There's going to be a backhoe over here next week, so we kind of teamed up and split the bill. So had to get that done as quick as possible. Those of you who haven't seen from the beginning, our batteries are under the step, and that will step up onto the platform where the bed will be. And here's our stove. I brought out a piece of tile. This stuff is actually stainless steel. So this is gonna, go on the side of the cabinet here. Yes, it's down way lower than the countertop. The reason for that is if you take your bed and you go side to side in the van, then you got less than 6 feet to sleep. So if you are over 6 feet, well, not even 6 feet, gonna have to sleep sideways or kind of the fetal position on your side or something. So that was kind of what was in the works with all of this when I designed it, so I could kind of utilize this space. And then I got my water heater over here beside the wash machine, and that's about the same height as the stove once I set the stove on top of the batteries. So that way this will hinge. You can see my hinges here. So just purchased those the other day when I was at the store, but we've been cutting trees and haven't had a chance to get these butcher blocks bolted down, so that'll be in the next video. And the stainless will go up the wall in the back, so this will all have a backsplash with stainless steel. And here's our hood cover. That will be, that's stainless steel as well, so that's going to set up here on this ledge once we get this finished, getting all the foam board and stuff up in the roof. We got that all finished, but over here on the other side we've got a few more pieces to finish up. That's soundproofing there, so we got to get some foam board in a couple spots over here, which still hasn't done. The wintertime kind of caught us in the middle of that, and every time I tried to heat it up and bend it into place, it just cracked in half. So we're using the heat gun to, you can see it's a little crumbly in here, but that was the process of not having to put seams in it where we would leak in or out heat or cold. So I wanted to keep it all one piece and mold it around there. So it's coming right along, folks. I'm probably going to go with just a 4x8 sheet of something in here, decorative, just to make it easy and to kind of change it up a little bit too. From the ceiling, we started this, and we had to kind of stop because the foam board was being an issue. So we've got a max air vent fan back there. So I thought about bringing this on down and follow it all the way around, but I think it's just going to be too, I don't know, log cabin-ish. You can leave some comments in the bottom there to let me know your opinion on that. But I'm kind of thinking more of a white wall of something. They sell that, I don't know what it's called, but it's real thin sheeting. It comes white in color. It's got some seams in it. So I'm kind of thinking just to break it up, I might do the walls and that, and it'll kind of brighten things up in here quite a bit too, because get rid of all this dark gray. Just I want light woods and white colors, and it'll just brighten up the van quite a bit, because I have no windows, and I don't know, I thought about putting in some windows in this rascal, but I think with the fan it's going to be fine. Plus, I cut the AC in last year too into the rooftop, so we've got a rooftop AC unit, so it's not going to be a problem with cooling things down. And then what are the advantages in the winter? There are no advantages, because it's just going to let cold air in. So the only issue is the windshield and the front two door windows for letting cold air through the glass. So we'll just insulate those at nights, and we'll be golden. So I just want to do a little quick video just to let you guys know that I haven't forgot about you, mainly. I still haven't put the grill in here, the grate, what have you, but it's a 3-burner stove, in case you're curious. And we got the propane hooked up. Well, I don't have it hooked up, but it's to the tank. There's a hose down in here somewhere. Here it is. So all rubber hose, high pressure rubber hose. So that'll just hook to the back of that, and this thing's ready to go. Haven't hooked it up or tested it because I still need to get the propane tank filled. But it's mounted underneath, and we are ready to go on that part. So we're coming along, folks. I just wanted to keep you posted, like I said. Let you know I hadn't forgot about you. So I'd say, I think, early next week, I think Tuesday, Wednesday, we're going to get the tree stuff done, and we'll be back at it again. So I'll probably post you another video more towards the end of next week. And hopefully we've got some countertops in here and the sink cut in, and things are starting to look like a house. So that's pretty exciting. I'm pretty jazzed about all this stuff coming together. So we'll see you next week. Maybe things will start looking a little bit more of like a house and not a construction site and a big mess the way it is right now. I've got, all this wires and stuff ran everywhere because everything was temporary in to get things up and running. So eventually I'm going to have to get through, back into this. That's why I've kind of hesitated on finishing the bed platform too, because it's going to be harder to access stuff under there. So I've got to get in there and shorten up all these cables, and that'll help with the current going through them. Shorter cables, we don't have as much voltage drop and things like that, so everything will be mo better. So kind of got the bed on hold right now. We're trying to get the front finished up and get this cabinetry work in, and just kind of make it look a little bit more like a home as well. Once that's in, I think a little bit more motivation will kick in, because things are starting to really look pretty. It's always fun putting the pretty stuff in. So the framing and building cabinets and things like that, just pretty boring stuff. But you know, once you start putting the pretty stuff in, it starts coming together and looking pretty good. So like the faucet, I got a really nice faucet to put in the sink, over the sink there, and that's going to really bring things together once you get these countertops, I think, in. And this side over here, this will be brought in front of the washer and the water heater. I'm not going to box in the fridge, but I'll probably come back in here and bring some plywood in between the two, and another butcher block across here. I still got my welding helmet out here. That's when I was doing some welding, trying to get that propane tank mounted, building some brackets and things up underneath there, I believe. Something we were doing, I don't know. Way too much going on, burning the old candle at both ends. So we'll catch you next week, guys. Smash the subscribe and give me a like if you liked it. So we will catch you next week, and hopefully things are looking a little cleaner too. It's about time to do a little cleanup, and didn't really want to show it in this much of a mess, but wanted to let you guys know that I hadn't forgot about you mainly. That was pretty much the purpose of this video. So once I get through this tree digging, we will get back in here. And weather's been cooperating with me as well. Still got to get out in the garden, so I still got winter crop out there from last year. I just kind of haven't had the time to get out there. We keep trying to burn the old candle at both ends, and so we will catch you on the next one. You guys stay safe out there, and we will hope and pray, I guess is all we can do, that things are getting better in the world. People are getting vaccinated. Everybody's got different opinions on that. Personally, I'm not going to take the shot for now. I would like to give it some more time to see what are the long-term results, for one. So I don't get out much. I'm not even working right now, so just to the grocery store back here. I don't live in a big city. I'm out in the country, so what's the sense of me putting my life out there and being a guinea pig the way I see it? So everybody's got their personal opinions. So that's kind of where I am. If you do your research, it's pretty much high levels of vitamin D, and you're pretty much bulletproof from it anyway. I mean, you might get sick, little cold symptoms, you know, like we've always experienced in life. But as far as the death rate, if you're elderly, keep your vitamin D levels up. It's been many studies. You pretty much 0 deaths as long as you keep your D levels up in your blood. And it's an easy test. You can even go get tested to see where your D levels are. So there's a little health tip for you today. We'll catch you on the next one, guys. Talk at ya. Late.